Oh, you're watching Everfree Radio.
And now, Everfree Radio presents Stay Brony, my friends, with DustyKatt.
Hi everybody! Welcome once again to another Monday evening with yours truly, and Screwball will be joining us a little later. It's another beautiful day here on the West Coast. I hope it's beautiful where you are. And tonight we have another special guest. Our special guest tonight is Eric Ridenour, and he is German, but that's not the only thing that makes him special. No, he is the director, the program manager, as it were, of the upcoming fan animation Journey of the Spark. Eric! Are you there?
Hey everybody!
Woohoo!
Hi.
Eric is here. So, you are doing this wonderful little thing, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Yes. So, to introduce everybody to Journey of the Spark, we're going to play your little animation test, as it were. Animatic. I don't know these things. So, we're going to play the animatic that's been up for a little bit. So, anybody who doesn't know what's going on, check this out, and we'll be right back.
What is this place? Discord? It can't be.
Oh, but it is, Twilight.
Discord! Show yourself!
Did you miss me, Twilight Sparkle? I've certainly missed you.
This is impossible! How could you—
How can I be talking to you when I've been encased in stone? Oh, Twilight, don't you know? Chaos has no limitations. Although you and the rest of your little friends valiantly defeated me, I am still very much alive.
What do you want?
Oh, come now, Twilight. I just wish to have a little chat with you is all. I mean, after all we've been through together, we can have a civilized conversation, can't we? Just think of me as one of the girls.
Don't you dare compare yourself to one of my friends!
Now, Twilight, no need to set your mane ablaze. It makes you look just about as much of a drag as Celestia.
If you're trying to insult me, then don't bother. Everyone hates me. Even the princess.
Oh, poor Twilight Sparkle. Perhaps the magic of friendship is not as strong as you suggest.
What are you saying?
I think that maybe you're facing the inevitable.
What do you mean?
Some friendships, Twilight, are not meant to last forever. Eventually, those bonds start to crumble by the circumstances of change. After all, nothing is eternal. Well, except chaos, of course.
Ugh! Why am I even talking to you?
And that was the animatic of Journey of the Spark, done by Eric's team of wonderful people. So, just before we get into all of that, it happened just a little while ago that one of the manliest men I've ever known lost his life today. And that would be Duncan Clark, Michael Clark Duncan. Loved him in a lot of different movies, gentle giant of a man. And we lost him to a heart attack. Just a little bit of a sad point when all good people go. So, to you, Mike, the journey. So, we're going to move on, but I just wanted to get that out. So, Eric.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about how you guys are going about. So you've got this huge amount of people in this project, all over the place. How do you guys do this as a team? What's your whole workflow, as it were?
Well, basically, usually what it is that we do is that since it's very much, movie production usually works much differently than, say, how you would actually produce an episode. And since the movie is very big in scale, like we're talking like a 2-hour like animated epic here. Mm-hmm. We basically pretty much separate each of the different departments into multiple different categories. So it's like we have like a room specifically for the voice actors, then we have a room for the animation department, and then we have a room for the art department, and then for post-production, and then we have one huge giant room specifically for everybody on the production team that we like to call a cafeteria. And basically, that's pretty much like the central hub. So basically, when everybody, pretty much wants to check up on some particular things, then, they can go there, and we all give our, contact information, and basically, it's all just basically like a really big communication bubble, as it were. So it's like, we kind of just spread off, and sometimes we all just kind of come back together and, just go through multiple different stages of development, as it were.
As it were. So you guys are be doing this all in hand animation or Flash?
This is all being completely animated in Flash. It's all digitally animated, very much like the show.
Because you sent me some really wonderful pieces of art, which were, I'm going to show some of these off right now, which, let's see, the first one would be, let's pop this one up. That is, come on, pop it up. I hate how slow live streams have been lately. There we go. Walking Across the Tree.
Yes, that piece of artwork is actually drawn by one of our amazing concept artists, who is Sarah Williams. She's also the voice of Rarity and the speaking voice of Princess Luna on the movie. I'm just saying this right now, all of the artists that we have on this movie are just brilliant. And Sarah is a fantastic artist, and she's drawn some of these amazing paintings for various different things that we want to do with the movie. And that was the very first drawing we actually did.
Wow.
Very first drawing before we actually started going into more of what we wanted Journey of the Spark to be.
Okay. That's okay. Let's show the next one then. Let's pop this one up. Live stream. There we go. That's the Spike's concept art.
Yes,
So
that was
cute and
actually a character sheet.
Yes.
Character sheet that we do, because very much like how a movie usually does it, is that usually, even though we're kind of working with characters that already exist, we also kind of have to give the animators, especially ones who have never actually seen the show before, like a reference on how the character is supposed to look and how they're supposed to animate them.
Awesome. So that was Spike. Let's see what else I got in here. I think this one should be the movie poster, which is awesome. Come on. Uh-oh. Black box. Didn't work. Dang it. Well, that one's done. Sorry about that. That's either Imager or live stream derping. One or the other. I might have one more. Where is this one?
Apparently, everybody did see it.
Oh no! It's just on my screen then.
Yeah, everybody apparently saw it.
That's screwball for later. I'm missing one. Live stream has been derping on me like all day. I've been trying to set up this show. It's just derp, derp, derp. So anyway, we're gonna move forward. So what kind of a production schedule do you have for this movie? When is it quote unquote due?
Well, essentially, right now we're still in the very early stages of pre-production.
Mm-hmm.
What we're doing right now is because very much so in terms of animation. Not really to toot my own horn or anything like that, but we're really trying to push the boundaries of what animation for the movie can actually look like. Very much in a way, I pretty much like compare it to how the Powerpuff Girls looked compared to the Powerpuff Girls movie.
Mm-hmm.
It still kept within the same style, but they updated the animation greatly.
Right.
And so what we decided we wanted to do is that we wanted to make the movie look as show accurate as we possibly could, but we wanted to take it a bit further, more than like something like Double Rainboom is doing.
Okay.
So we wanted to actually, more so I think like on the level of like Children of the Night, which has been popping up all over the fandom lately.
Oh, yeah.
It looks gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Has like many different types of cinematic elements to it. Like it includes, more things that they don't really do on the show all that much, like shading and shadows and all these, really fancy tricks with the camera.
Okay.
So pretty much what we're doing right now, as me and my team are writing the script and the screenplay, which is almost done. We're actually just, testing out with animation, seeing where we can go with it, and, if we can really achieve that look. So we're just testing it out.
And we do have about 25 seconds of work-in-progress animation, which we will show you a little later in this show. So hang around. That's awesome. So you're thinking sometime end of 2013?
Well, currently right now, the tentative release date for the movie is November 28th, 2014.
Oh, okay.
Mainly due to the fact that we don't really have that big of a team right now. We are in desperate need of animators. We need tons of them in order for this to actually really come to life. Because we don't really want to rush it, because we really want to take our time with this, because we don't really necessarily see this movie as a piece of art for the fandom. In many different ways, we really want to actually sell this movie to not just the bronies, but to general audiences, to people who have never seen the show before. And it really mattered to me and my team. It really matters to us greatly that we really make something that's an incredibly high quality tribute to the show and to Lauren's work and the people at Studio B/DHX, and just really making something that everybody can watch and everybody can enjoy.
Well, I think it will. From what I've seen of what you guys are doing, I think it's gonna be great. So, so any of you animators out there, or if you know anybody, have a friend who's an animator, get them in touch with Eric. So.
Yes, definitely.
Need more team.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Actually, if anybody actually wants to sign up for the movie, we're actually currently hiring for an animation director, as well as various different animators and effects artists and things like that. We're always hiring. We're always looking for people. So if anybody wants to, actually sign on for the movie, or if they know people who are animators who are really good, email us at officialsparkmovie@gmail.com. And we also have a Tumblr. You can look us up at filmsparkmovie@tumblr.com.
Yes. So, tell me a little bit about who you have for voice actors. Who's going to be in this movie?
Oh my gosh.
Tell me.
Well, there's so many different people. There's really a ton of people in here, like spread out all across the fandom. Like in every single big thing that you can really think of that's going on in the fandom right now, we got people here. People from Fighting is Magic and Project Saturation, Epic Wub Time, the Dot Mob series, Friendship is Witchcraft. Just blend all of those people together, and you have like the huge ensemble cast. for Journey of the Spark. You know, there's a ton of people working on this, including our amazing Twilight and Fluttershy VA Meredith Sims, our amazing Celestia VA Jen McGregor, our amazing Discord voice actor Rev, otherwise known as, or as we like to credit him, Reagan Murdoch. He's an amazing Discord, and there's a ton of other people too. And since the movie is a musical, there are 8 original songs written exclusively for the movie by Brony community musician Forrest Rain.
Wow, that's a coup. Forrest Rain is awesome.
Yes.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to that.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to that.
He's really looking forward to it too.
Yeah, you need to get like Ponyphonic to do one too.
It was really strange because we originally because the main person we really wanted to go for was Mando Pony. He was like the person that we were looking for the most.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, I also wanted to stay very, very open about the people that we were going for. So I got like a ton of people recommended to me, and I was like pulling my hair out. I was like, oh, we need a songwriter. We don't have a songwriter. And then our Applejack voice actress, Decibel, who you know as the who sang on the Massive Smile project, and was also on Forrest Rain's newest song, "Great to Be Different." She actually recommended Forrest to me. And you know, she was saying, "Hey, do you need a songwriter?" It's like, then go for this guy. And I was like, and so I started listening to his stuff, and I was like, wow, this guy sounds great.
Oh yeah.
And then once "Great to Be Different" actually came out, me and everybody on the team, we were all just saying, yeah, we made a really good choice with this guy.
Yeah, he's really good at lyrical. He's really good at lyrics.
Yes, definitely.
But if you could get Ponyphonic to do like an overreaching operatic kind of background music, maybe you should try for him for background music. Because if you've listened to his stuff, oh my god, still gives me goosebumps. I've been listening to it for 6 months. Every time it comes on, it's goosebumps.
You know, it was really funny because another one of the original people we are actually going to go for if we couldn't get Mando was San Joseph, who was the songwriter for Daddy Discord.
Yes, another great song.
We were going to try and go for him, and we messaged him and we got in contact with him, but it was like I don't know, he just never messaged us back. So
busy people.
Yeah, busy.
We're all busy people.
Yes,
nowadays.
Exactly.
It's the middle of con season, so it's like. So between BronyCon and Everfree Northwest, it's like I can't get any music done.
It's like it was really strange because I would have loved to have been at Everfree Northwest. You know, I was only able to go to BronyCon though. Yeah. BronyCon was, oh man, such a great experience. Yeah. Very great experience. But definitely, I am going to try and aim for... Well, I actually am going to Equestria LA.
Okay.
And we probably might be hosting a panel there.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, we're probably going to be hosting a panel. The thing is, though, is that Rena-chan, who's actually... Rena-chan, who's actually organizing all the panels and stuff like that, she was just, like, you know, saying that there's been such, like, a big delay with, you know, confirming the panels because... I don't know what it is. It's just like you know, busy stuff. But we have a strong feeling that we might get it approved because Rena's voicing on the movie too.
You'll get it. Trust me, you'll get it.
Yeah, Rena's voicing on the movie too.
Yeah, you'll get it. Don't worry about that. I'm sure you will. I'm going to be there. I'll be there too. So
definitely. No, I'd love to meet up with you.
Yeah, EQLA is going to be awesome.
Yes, I can't wait for it. Definitely.
Yep, can't wait for that one. Let's see, what else can we talk about? Okay, so who do you have on the animation staff now? I mean, anybody you know, any up and comers we should be looking out for?
If anybody's actually familiar with the Thinking with Portal series,
yes,
we have the animator. He's actually one of our animators on the movie, and we're actually we're trying to get in contact with a few of the people from Double Rainbow. one of our producers is actually really close friends with Zachary Rich, who's actually the director for Double Rainbow, and we're also probably going to see if we can probably like get some animators from there too. We're trying to get in contact with some people that we really like. We have a fantastic animator named Danny Owen, and he's actually the one who did the animation for the in progress animation.
Oh,
you guys are going to see a little bit later.
Awesome.
Yeah, he was the main animator behind that.
Cool.
So, fantastic animator, great guy.
Cool, that's gonna be awesome. We're 21 minutes in. What else can we talk about? Okay, so we're gonna go with the standard questions that everybody asks during these things. This is like the first time you've been interviewed, right?
I've been interviewed text-wise about different projects, but this is my first time actually doing a live interview.
Okay, so
with somebody.
Nah, I got you on the spot. Yes,
definitely.
Favorite pony?
God, you know, it like that question's always evil. That question is always evil.
I'm evil. Trust me.
Because like I have my favorites from the main 6, but then I also have my favorites away. If I had it on my top 5,
yes,
my top five.
Top 5.
Twilight and Fluttershy in my top 2. Surprisingly, I'm a really huge fan of Princess Celestia. I love Celestia. I love Lyra, and I'm also a really huge fan of Spitfire.
I'd never guessed, but there you go.
Yeah,
his nickname on Skype is Spitfire. So.
Yes, exactly. No, I didn't know that.
So, okay, then next question. Well, I guess I know the answer to this one then. Celestiacrat or Lupublican?
I normally don't answer that question because I rarely ever get asked that. But I guess I'm a Celestiacrat.
Oh God. The first one on this show in weeks. Everybody's been Lupublican. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Nope. We're done. That's it.
Oh.
No. I'm joking. Oh, okay. How about this? Seeing as you are doing this whole thing and you're an animation, what is your favorite episode and why?
Favorite episode?
Yeah,
and
both seasons.
Why?
Favorite episode and why?
Overall, that's like really hard.
Of course it is. It's like picking your favorite apple out of a bushel of perfect apples.
If I really had to choose, if I really had to choose, I think it would have to be, it's a toss up between Winter Wrap Up and Sonic Rainboom. Sorry. Probably those two. It's a tie between those ones because I can't pick between the both of them because Winter Wrap Up is my favorite because it was actually the episode that really made me fall in love with Twilight as a character, and it has my favorite My Little Pony song for one. But then Sonic Rainboom, I'm like a really huge fan of too, just because I really like it. I think it's awesome.
There's a lot of Spitfire in that one too.
Yes, there is.
Except for Hurricane Fluttershy, it's got the most Spitfire in it.
Hurricane Fluttershy is actually one of my favorites of season 2, though. Luna Eclipse is actually my favorite from season 2.
Oh yeah. That's a fun one.
Then it's that one, Lesson 0, Hurricane Fluttershy, Sweet and Elite, and then Dragon Quest. Those are all my favorites from season 2. I love those.
Cool. And there's an amazing amount of Wonderbolts in those.
I know. Surprisingly.
Surprise!
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 Surprise! No,
Happy birthday!
No. Surprise.
Nice.
Anyway, let's see. What else can we talk about? Let's see. What else is going on? Well, we're about 25 minutes in. So, we might actually go to commercial a little early so we can get some questions going on. So let me pull up, this week's commercial, which I didn't have queued because I'm an idiot. Where'd it go? Where's the one I want to play this week? Where's that? There it is. Cue. So, all you people hang tough, and we'll be right back with Eric, and we're going to talk about this animation and what he is got coming up. Have your questions ready, and I think there's some of the voice actors are actually in the chat too.
Yes, there
Maybe
are.
we'll pull one of those into the call. We don't know. So you hang around. We'll be right back.
Since the beginning of time, the elite of Equestria have longed for pony fashions that truly express the essence of their very souls. Patiently waiting decades, no, centuries, for the perfect pony gown. Today, at long last, Equestria, your wait is over. Let's hear it for the breathtaking designs of Ponyville's own Rarity!
Certainement, Spike. All your ponies, be sure to visit the shop in Ponyville. For the rest of us, be sure to pick up the t-shirts, the bags, and even the posters from WillowFine.com. That's right, WillowFine.com for all your pony needs. And remember, Carousel Boutique, where every fashion says chic, unique, and magnifique. Mwah.
And we're back. Once again, all you ponies can go down to Rarity's boutique. I'm sure she's getting ready for the fall line. Seeing now we're in September. So, get down there and check out what she has new on the rack. For all of you humans, you can go to WeLoveFine.com and use our code EFR10 for 10% off your entire order. And your order better have this in it. See this? This is the shirt. The epic shirt that we've all been waiting for, right? Go to WeLoveFine.com and look in Stay Brony. Search for Stay Brony and you will find this shirt. I love this shirt. Thank you, Pixel Kitties. But you also look up Everfree Radio and you'll have the Everfree Radio shirts also available to you for 10% off if you use EFR10, which is our code for anything. 10% off at WeLoveFine.com. And we're back with Eric.
Hello.
Hello. And who else do we have now? We have Screwball.
How's it going?
How's it going?
It's going good.
Awesome.
Awesome. I've been collecting questions like crazy, so
Good.
oh boy, it's been busy working, but
Ooh.
well worth it.
Well, you gotta do something while I got you chained to the desk.
But please loosen the chains a bit. I need to run around and get my exercise.
You-
Come on.
Next you're gonna want furry lined cuffs.
Maybe because it's starting to really chafe.
You know what? If you're nice this week, I'll get you furry lined cuffs for next week.
Oh, but I'm always nice. How much nicer do I need to be?
You know, hoof rubs could be nice.
Wait, what?
Anyway.
I...
Do it,
so
Philly.
you want some questions? Okay,
Do it, Philly.
Do it now.
Do it now.
Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro. This one is from King Harold. Question for Eric. How do you finance this?
We don't. The entire production is actually a non-profit production, specifically because of the fact that, well, to be perfectly honest, we're kind of taking the route that fighting is magic basically takes. Like, you know, they don't accept donations. You know, they're doing it specifically just because they want to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and really, I don't really even want to actually do, you know, financing for it or make any money off of it because it's the movie in itself is a very personal project for me. And well, legally, because we're using copyright characters and things like that, if we did try making any sort of finances off of it, Hasbro would send a cease and desist. So,
yes.
So basically, every single person working on the movie, including myself, is not getting paid for it whatsoever. We're not doing any sort of financing. We're all doing this out of the goodness of our hearts.
Aww.
And because they like to do things like that.
Well, yeah,
Because
that's
fun. Because it's fun. I
Yeah,
do
definitely.
videos and singing because it's fun. I don't make a dime. Because it's fun. for
Yeah,
me.
all of us do.
So-
Even Everfree Radio.
Everfree Radio, we don't make a
doing this
dime.
all for
That
fun.
should be,
We're all doing this for
Screwy, that
fun.
should be our new call tag.
we don't, we
Listen
don't
to
make a
Everfree
dime.
Radio, we don't make a dime.
Yes. Everyone speculates that we do. We don't.
We don't make
They're
nothing.
Just straight up, no.
If you people knew how much money I've spent myself
Oh,
on this
yes,
show
same here.
and
H-
going to conventions
H-Track-
and interviewing people and doing all, oh yeah.
A-Track loves to make fun of us, how he's like, okay, everyone, from now on, I'm gonna double your paychecks. I'm like, yes!
Yes!
Oh,
But-
wait,
but
still
you know-
nothing.
But you know, the biggest problem about the financing thing, though, is that, you know, we want to get some really, really great people. Like, a lot of people have actually been asking me if we're ever going to get Ask the Crusaders to be an animator on the movie. And the biggest problem with that is that he specifically takes commissions. So as much as we would love to have him on the project, he wants money for it. And
course he does.
we legally can't do that,
Legally
even
can't do
though we would love to have him working on the movie. But more or less, a few people on the movie are using the film as like a resume item, you know, to get into better schools, to get internships and things like that. I know I'm using it to get into a better film school out in Los Angeles. I know that that's what I want to use it for. But you know, nobody makes anything on this, and we're okay with that.
Next.
This one is from Crazy Local Girl. Dusty, do your best Discord impression.
I haven't practiced. I've been getting the show ready. I don't have a Discord
Go,
impression.
go.
I don't.
Go, go, go.
I don't have a Discord impression. I'm sorry. I haven't even watched that
Everyone-
episode in like 3 months.
Everyone has Discord impressions.
No,
Just
they don't.
determines how
Even
bad
I
you
have
do
a
it.
Discord impression.
I'm sure you do.
There you go. And I'm not doing mine because it would kill.
How about I just play you a song? No.
Good.
No. No, I don't. You know what? For next week, Screwy, hold me to this. For next week, I'll have a Discord impression.
Okay, I am.
I'll go
I'm
practice it
writing
because
this
I do need to practice some voice acting. So I will go
I'm writing
have a
this
Discord
down.
impression for next week. Stay tuned.
down. Dusty
What?
Discord
Impression. Yeah, write that down.
There, I'm writing it down right now, man. There you go. I'm holding on to you. There you go. Next week, be
Next
ready.
week, yes.
And okay, so I guess I'll go on to the next one. This one's also from Harold. Question for you, Eric. Are you sticking to the level of the TV show in regards to maturity?
In some cases, yes, but in most cases, no. This movie, in terms of its story, is much darker and much more mature in terms of themes compared to Friendship is Magic. Mainly because my goal as a film director is that I really want to make animated movies almost on the level of something like Pixar. Because the reason why I love Pixar so much and various other different non-Disney animated movies like the works of Hayao Miyazaki and Studio Ghibli and The Secret of NIMH, you know, the Don Bluth movies.
Yes.
I love those because they're mature movies that are able to treat the child audience like adults, like by introducing some really dark and mature themes that normally you wouldn't get away with actually doing in an animated film. So in the case of My Little Pony, while I like the show is actually shown sometimes that it can get dark and it can get serious. Return of Harmony and A Candlelight Wedding being two really good examples of it. I ultimately wanted to do something much darker than both of those, but ultimately being able to keep it grounded to where it's not like PG-13.
Yeah.
It's PG rated because there are some relatively scary sequences in the story, but we feel that with all of the really deep and mature themes of the movie, there's also enough comedy, enough action, enough color, enough music to really balance everything out. But for me, the most important theme, I think, really of in a way, Journey of the Spark is very much like my own envisioning of like a series finale. Like, how would I envision Friendship is Magic ending?
Mm-hmm.
And essentially the story is pretty much like it explores, you know, the most important lesson in friendship that Twilight can ever really learn. And to me, it's that very much like from the people who saw the animatic, Discord basically states that friendships can't last forever because, you know, because change is what ultimately causes their demise.
Mm-hmm.
But Twilight learns throughout the course of the story that friendships can last an eternity. It's the people that you share it with, and that you should never give up on those people, because, you know, those people will be the one that will help your friendships last for ages. And it was such a resonant theme with me that I felt it was something that I really, really wanted to accomplish and achieve in terms of the maturity with the story.
Yeah, if you want to watch some mature animation, go watch. All you people who are too young to remember, go rent Secret of Nim off of Netflix or Disney's The Rescuers.
Yes.
Okay.
If
you
The
want
Rescuers
dark,
gave me nightmares.
If you want dark, go watch The Rescuers.
Well, because like for me, you know, I grew up on movies like I grew up on movies like Pinocchio and Fantasia.
Yeah.
You know, like those are really dark movies.
They are dark movies. If you go and see those, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, but like at the same time, they're very emotionally resonant movies. Like they all have, like, they're essentially movies that, you know, that can really, you know, they're movies that can, you know, make you feel like every sort of, you know, emotion, even the negative ones. And that's really what I want to do with Journey of the Spark, is that I really want to invoke all of those different types of emotions out in people. It's very much, the movie is very much in itself a very old school type of animated movie in that regard. Very much so.
That's what I'm hoping for. Next.
Next. This one. Wait, who said that?
That was me.
What?
Was the guest.
You said... Oh no!
Yes.
You told him to say that, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, come on.
No, I didn't.
Tell him the story behind that.
Every guest since Lee Tolkar has been doing that.
Well, I guess I'm continuing on that tradition.
Continuing the tradition.
It's been how many in a row now? Jeez.
Well, since Lee, so it's 4 or 5.
Yeah, 5 weeks, jeez. So this one is from Twilightlicious. This one's for you, Twilightlicious. And this one is for you, Dusty. Twi says, I love it when you rant off topic about how MLP is inspiring in love and tolerance, and how we all need to get in touch in our inner child. I was wondering if you will ever do a rant episode.
No, I won't, because that is the full field of somebody else in another fandom. To the ranting griffin. That's all he does. It's his shtick. So, no, I'm not going to go off and do a rant episode, because that's not really who I am. I have an opinion. And when I have an opinion and I have an audience that I want to give it to, then I will give it. But that's not really who I am. I'm not like this angry person that rants all the time. I mean, if I have an opinion, I'll give it to you. But I'm not going to go off for an hour and a half ranting. It's just not me, you know. So that's not going to happen. But if I have an opinion on something that's going on in the fandom, you're dang sure that you're going to get my opinion on it. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. This one is from Mason Alcat. Question is for you, Eric. What software are you guys using for editing?
We haven't actually decided on that yet, because that's for way later in the production, for when we get into post-production, but we're probably planning on using a mix of things such as Final Cut Pro and Sony Vegas. I know for a few post-production things such as visual effects, we're using After Effects to add various different things like if any of you have ever seen like the animation analysis videos by like somebody who analyzes like a walk cycle for the animation for Friendship is Magic, he did a video on how to do the levitation effect or the glowing effect for the unicorn horns.
Yes.
And we're kind of almost experimenting with it the same way. But After Effects, we think, since we want to add more details to the animation, inclusive of shading and shadows and things like that, we think we're going to use After Effects, I think, greatly to really increase the quality of the animation and to help us get the look of the movie that we're going for.
Awesome. I actually have a copy of After Effects here, which I haven't installed on this computer because this computer won't take it. I have this computer over here, down there, which is a much better computer, which I need to install everything so I can actually start using After Effects. But I'm always busy, so I don't do that. Get off your ass, Dusty.
Get off your plot.
Get off my plot. Get things done.
This one is from Nimbus1337. Question is, how will the film be released when it's finished? Will it be for sale? Will it be online? Or will it appear in theaters?
There's quite a few different ways. We've actually planned this out very early in terms of how we're actually going to release the movie. For one, since it's non-profit, we literally... I was even talking about this with Lauren Faust at BronyCon, because as I was waiting in line for her autograph, I was telling her briefly about the movie and things like that, and I was telling her that we were going to make it a non-profit production, and she told me, so long as you tell Hasbro that you're planning to distribute this movie for free, then more than likely they'll let you slide with the copyrights. So the thing is that we can't sell the movie, we can't make people pay for it. So the way that we decided to go about this is that we're going to go on a tour when the movie is finished. We're going to go all across the country to multiple different Brony conventions. We're going to hit all of the big major ones. BronyCon, Everfree Northwest, Candlelight Gardens, Equestria LA. We're going to hit all of them. And we're going to screen the movie in front of like all of those people. And those people at the cons are going to be the only ones to exclusively watch the movie before we release it online. And we're going to release it on, we're probably going to make our own website so you can watch it for free, and then we'll probably put it on YouTube because we have a YouTube channel. So we're really thinking of all these different ways that people can see it. So yeah, we actually have huge plans for when the movie is actually finished.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. This one is from Space Griff. Question is, will you be referencing any of the fandom's memes in this film, or will it be more like traditional episodes?
We ultimately didn't want to have to reference memes or things like that because like my belief is that since we want to aim for a much more general audience, it just wouldn't really make sense to specifically, put those things in there because the thing about it is that I'm screening this movie in front of my family when it's finished, and they have no knowledge of Friendship is Magic at all, let alone the fact that it even exists, So it's like, if we were to, put, memes or things like that from the community, they just wouldn't really even like it because the movie would be appealing to an audience that they don't even have any sort of knowledge about. Like, and they'd be like, bronies, well, what in the heck is that?
Yeah.
Like,
well, on top of that, if you put a meme in a film that's not going to come out till 2014, that meme's going to be 3 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. It's like, okay, we're going to go back in time now. It's like, just no. Memes are not going to be part of any of these type of animations, people, because they're trying to do a straight type of animation, which is an homage to the show. So they're not doing an homage to the fandom, they're doing an homage to the show. So therefore it's probably going to be as close to the show as possible, but a little bit better because they're doing a full animation. Mm-hmm. But I have an opinion. So.
Everyone has an opinion. This one is from Photography Matt. Question is, this is kind of off topic, but have you been following either the Olympics and or Paralympics at all?
Olympics?
I want to bring up the Olympics.
Not necessarily. Like, the only thing that I know about when it comes to like the Olympics is that, well, I'm a really big Doctor Who fan, so when the Olympics always comes up, you know, me and like a bunch of the people on the production team, we always reference the one episode in the David Tennant era when the Doctor is running with the Olympic torch to light the fires. That's the only thing, like, you know, I really know about the Olympics. You know, I don't really follow it that much at all.
You gotta. They were amazing. They really were. Because then you're jelly because, like, wow, they can bend like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about.
What about you, Dusty?
What?
Do you watch the Olympics?
No, I didn't watch any of it.
Oh, I guess I'm the only one that.
I watched the Winter Olympics because I'm from Michigan, so I like the Winter Olympics. I'm more the Winter Olympics kind of guy. Plus, I am too. I had a second cousin on the 1980 Olympic hockey team, so who won the gold medal. So it's sort of I have more of a soft spot for Winter Olympics.
Well, you Americans did beat everyone else with the most medals.
America.
And I prefer the Winter Olympics myself, considering that Canada actually stands a chance.
Especially in curling.
Hey, no, we're even better in hockey. Remember that. Remember how we got that gold in Vancouver. They always live on.
Wouldn't have anything to be with that loony that was frozen inside the freaking ice rink, would it?
Oh, please. Don't start that.
unfair luck.
Come on.
Frozen in the pond. Yep.
Yeah, you know what?
It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy.
So this one is from I always say your name wrong. Gavin Gap. Question
Gabby
is,
Gums.
What?
Gabby Gums.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not Gabby Gums.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that would be really bad. I'd be frightened if I was getting a question from her.
Question is, will Dusty or Screwball have a presence in the show?
No. No, we won't. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay, I'll go on to the next one. This one's from Octavia. Question is there any background ponies that will have speaking parts in the film?
That's a spoiler question. I can't answer those.
Hey,
look,
Eric!
A moose.
Hey, Eric! Look, a moose!
Hey, look, a moose!
A moose?
Where?
Over there! You're in Canada!
Over there!
Oh, yeah. They're dangerous.
Over your left shoulder.
And I run. I have to... Wow, there is a moose.
Told you.
Wow. Imagine. Then I'd start hunting it. That's what Canadians do.
Yes.
On to the next. This one is from Sci-Pi. Dusty. I am curious as to what Saber Spark's fate would have been if he successfully stole your Cheerilee.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know at all.
We're just drilling through these questions. I'm losing them. The story behind that was, yeah, he did try to steal
he did.
Dusty's Cheerilee.
Tried to steal my Cheerilee.
He got off the hook.
that boy was dancing with danger.
This one is from Hourglass Pony. How long will the finished animation be? Will it be in an hour long or more?
Currently, with the way that the story is going, we're possibly seeing an animated movie running at least about 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Woof.
Yeah.
Holy wow.
That's a lot of animation.
It's like Avatar.
Yes, it is.
Jeez.
Well, we're also taking into account two musical numbers, so musical numbers actually make the running time jump up too.
Oh, yeah.
And action scenes
and
other things.
Other things.
Other things we can't talk about, or else we'll just pinpoint the moose again.
Yeah.
Over there.
This one is from Wub and Tolerate. Question is, well, is this based on a fanfic?
Is it based on fanfic? No, it wasn't the story for Journey of the Spark isn't based on a fanfic, but I took inspiration, a few plot elements of inspiration from one of my favorite fanfics, or my favorite fanfic, out of the community, which is a story called Eternal by Device Heretic. Amazingly powerful story. And it did inspire a few particular things in the story for Journey of the Spark, but it's not based on anything. We came up with the story on our own.
That's awesome. This one is from Sarah Williams. And the question is, could you ask Eric to do his Ursula voice?
Oh my god, okay.
Ursula voice.
There is a story behind that.
Tell us.
Okay.
Tell us now.
So the story is that one is that usually sometime, well, because the thing is, before I started actually doing directing, I used to do freelance voice acting online. I did that for a few years before I started getting into directing, but I've always wanted to be a movie director. And randomly, just one day, Sarah, who is the voice actress for Rarity and Princess Luna, she asked me to sing Poor Unfortunate Souls from The Little Mermaid, and she told me to do Ursula's voice. So I did it, and it freaked her out so much, like, because of how scarily accurate it was. So she bugs me to do it all the time now. Bugs me to do it all the time.
Well, are you going to do it or not?
Yeah, come on, man, do it.
Really, I have to. Okay, well, let me get into character for that one. Well, because basically the way that I do it is that I kind of do like a little bit of a lower tone. So it's like, the only way to get what you want is to become a human yourself. Can you do that? My dear sweet pet, that's what I do. It's what I live for. To help poor innocent merfolk like yourself. Poor souls with no one else to turn to. I admit that in the past I've been a nasty. They weren't kidding when they called me, well, a witch. But you'll find that nowadays I've mended all my ways, repented, seen the light, and made a switch. True? Yes. There you go.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I'm now freaked out. I am now freaked out. That was scary.
This is why she asks me to do it on a regular basis.
That was scary. It was. Scarily good. I'm going to be over here away from my microphone now.
Hey, there's more there's more where that came from, you know, in terms of voices. It's like, you know, because I used to do a lot of Disney voices. You know, well, because it's really strange because a lot of people tell me that I can do so many Disney voices, like I can almost do almost half of the male cast from The Princess and the Frog. Apparently.
Wow.
Wow.
Can do that one, and then I can do a Goofy. Goofy's really easy for me. It's like, gosh, my name's Goofy. You know, basically just do it like that. And then there's other characters that I do, like away from Disney. I've also done a few anime things too. I've done the voice, I've done the voice of Simone from a fan dub of one of my favorite animes, which was Gurren Lagann. Also with the voice of Mr. Bobinski in a radio play adaptation of Coraline, based off of the book. And I got to do a Russian accent for that, so it's like, oh, Caroline! You know, so it's like, got to do a Russian accent like that. I am the amazing Bobinski. You know, I got to do things like that. So
we need to get you and Dr. Bernstein together.
Yes.
You and Dr. Bernstein.
Oh, that's gonna be.
Maybe we'll get Dr. Francis.
We gotta get these three to a room. It's a must.
So that's what life would have been like if I invented the thing longer. A man can dream, though. A man can dream.
Yes, he can.
Oh my god, yes!
Nice.
Yeah, there's more where that came from, but if we just settled on that, we'd
be here for hours.
Yeah,
next
we'd
story.
be here for hours.
This one is from I don't know how to say this name. Sefed. I don't know. Question is, would it be stupid to ask Dusty about suggestions on how to shave one's head bald?
No, not at all. If you want to shave your head bald, go to your local Supercuts and tell them to take a number 1 and whoop, take it all off. Then you have this little fuzz, and that's it.
It's really that simple?
No, it's not that simple. That's just step 1.
Oh, step 1.
Step 1. Then you go to your local Walgreens or Rite Aid or whatever drugstore you happen to have locally, and you look up in the men's shaving section for the head blade. The head blade happens to be a handheld shaver which has little wheels on it, and it goes on these 2 fingers, and basically you soap your head up really good, and you just go, and it just rolls across your head. Done. Then you turn it backwards and you do the back. I can have my head done in about 2 minutes, and I'm saving so much on shampoo. All the monies.
All the monies.
Yes, it's very easy. It's very, very simple. The first time you do it, though, go real slow. Be very careful because a head wound gushes. Don't ask me how I know. So, take your time till you get really good at it. Next.
This is a competitive question.
Thing just brought me the head blade. Thank you,
actually, this from I don't know why the hell this just
this is the head blade.
This just
so, see, head blade. Yes, see that? Take the little protector off. You get it. See, all blades.
My stream's a little far back.
So you just put it on your head, I guess. All gone.
I can imagine
just
getting
like that.
cut with that.
Yeah, it's awesome. So, in the men's shaving section at your local Walgreens. Next.
This one's actually. This one was actually a message to me from King Harold, and what the king likes to say is just wanted to do a shout out to the auctions going on for Kiki. I looked into them on eBay, and I did the math, and so far right now they've raised over $795 to the auction. To the bids aren't even done yet.
Awesome. And there is a signed San Diego Comic-Con Derpy signed by Tara Strong up there right now.
Take it. Do it.
Go get it.
I'll put on the link right now.
Put the link on. Go find it.
Onto the IRC. Hopefully that worked. I'm going to click it to make absolutely sure it did. And it did! It takes you right to the page.
There you go.
All towards Kiki, and this is an amazing cause. Really, whoever has the money, I mean it. Just
give $5 if you can.
Yes. So. It's that's all I can say. but I just wanted to bring that up. So it's time for competitive question.
Yes.
This one's from Lord Shadowing. Question for I guess all of us is Android or iPhone?
Android.
Hell yeah.
See?
Eric?
GZ1.
I can't answer that question because I don't have that type of phone.
What?
What do you have?
How can you be an animation director without a smartphone? Nobody can get a hold of you.
Well, I'm a struggling, barely beginning college student. I don't have a job right now, so the thing I do have is this, this dinky little touch screen phone. It works fine. But when I have gotten my hands on an Android or an iPhone,
you go crazy. You're like, wow, what is this?
I know. If I really had to choose though,
choose wisely.
Choose the wrong one.
You know what? As much as I like this phone, because it's the GZ1, by I can't remember who I think it's Sony. But anyway, GZ1. This is Gorilla Glass, double thick. It is mil spec. It is completely submersible in water, like 50 feet. You can throw it over your shoulder. Don't really care. So, but Android stinks at times. I putting music into it is a hassle. iPhones, it's like
iPod for that.
it's awesome. If they made that with the iPhone with OS, it'd be perfect. It would be. So, but I need that because I'm a mechanic and I drop the thing all the time. So. But I gotta have it.
I suggest one for you, Eric. I just got a new phone just like a few days ago, and it's the. Sorry,
I was just looking over my shoulder to see where my phone went.
Where did your phone go?
I don't know. Oh, there it is.
Did you throw it?
It's over there. Yeah, of course I threw it.
Just throw it?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Now somebody is vacuuming in the back over there.
we can't hear it. We're good.
Okay, that's good then. That's wonderful.
I just got the Galaxy S3. I suggest you get it, Eric. It's a
no. It's like it's a shame because it's like I want a really good phone because I see those commercials
it's just the money.
I'm like attracted to anything shiny.
I am too. I got my ADHD going on.
like you know, it's like that feeling like when you go into like a new restaurant, right? You know, just built in, and it's like the feeling you get like when you walk into a new restaurant, right? And it's just like it looks new, it's clean, and you're just like, wow, shiny. So it's like if I really had to choose, I would want to go with an Android, but the thing is that I have the possibility of getting an iPhone more because my stepdad, he actually fixes taxis and cars and things like that up in Santa Ana. And usually he tends to loot the treasures that he finds from people who drop their stuff. So he's stolen quite a few iPod Touches and iPhones.
No, he hasn't. Don't use that word.
He's borrowed.
He's liberated.
Liberated.
Basically found them new homes. From people who didn't want them anymore, obviously, because they left them in the back of taxis.
Yeah, he has like, you know, like a stash of them. You know, like he has like a huge pile of them, and I'm just like, can you give me one, please? No.
They're mine.
Exactly.
Well, luckily we don't know what taxi service he works for, but.
I don't even know. I've never asked him either.
Keep your phones close, whatever you do.
Yep. Next.
Oh, sorry. I'm just nibbling on this lasagna that I have here that's going cold.
Nibble faster.
I'm nibbling as fast as I can. This one's from Dark Aura. Aurora.
Dark Aurora.
Aurora. Sorry, it's a tongue twister for me, and it should be. Question for Eric. Are you planning to release trailers to the movies at various points during production?
Yes, sirree, Babaroonie.
Yes.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
If you wanted a more serious version...
As a matter of fact, I happen to have...
a more serious answer of that. We're planning on making, like, the first trailer premiere at Everfree Northwest next year.
Nice. But you know what?
Ooh.
Eric's given me 25 seconds of pure animation. Does everybody in the chat want to see it?
And you'll
Let's
see...
check this out.
Do you want to see it? Tell me, Screwy. Tell me what they say.
They say, yep, yes.
Yes.
There's an Omar Gerd in there.
Omar Gerd. So, for the next few seconds, take a quick look at this and we'll be back.
Where am I?
Oh, there it is. What the heck is going on? We're live stream tonight.
It's a moose. I really
It's a
think
moose.
it's a moose.
It's the moose.
Hey, look, a moose!
Hey, look! A deer.
A deer.
A deer.
Oh no.
A female
Never
deer.
expected deer. A female deer.
Ray, a drop of golden sun.
Yes! As a matter of fact. Me!
A name I call myself. Ah.
A long, long way to run.
So,
A needle pulling thread.
dough. Wait.
We're-
Okay, then we already did that.
We already did though.
We already did that. Come on.
We already. It's been a while since I've seen The Sound of Music. It's been a while since I've seen it.
It's a word to follow. So, what is it? Is the line?
Low?
Google.
I have no
Google
idea.
would know.
Google it.
La.
La. A word to follow. So.
Law. Yep, someone just... Yep, our mate's
Which
like,
brings us
law.
back to do. Re mi fa sol la mi ti do.
Anyways.
This episode is going nowhere. In a hurry. Thank you, live stream.
Thanks a bunch. And that moose too. Like,
Yeah,
jeez.
the people, you know, the people watching the re-air on YouTube are being going, "What the heck? What's he talking about?" His live stream keeps breaking tonight.
Yep,
I
keeps
hate
breaking.
Hate it. Screw it.
I'm going on it. This one is from Wub and Tolerate. Eric, who or what inspired you to make this fan project?
Really, it came from many different places, but I have a really fascinating story about why I wanted to do Journey of the Spark. Is that very much the thing about it is that I actually do a improvisational comedy series based on Friendship is Magic called My Little Pony: The Brony Edition, and I voiced a few of the characters on the show. And me and the guys, we decided we wanted to make a movie. And we were originally just going to make it a musical, you know. It was just going to be like, you know, an audio drama, like, you know, just musical. And then a few people who were fans of our show had stated, "Oh yeah, we can add animation for you." So it's like, okay. And then eventually, more and more people just, you know, started signing on to it, and we decided, let's make a movie. And then we actually took the story to Equestria Daily, and we got put in the roundup. We got overshadowed by a trailer for Ponies the Anthology 2. So we did not get many applications at all, but we did get a few people, and those people who did apply have stayed on to the project. But initially, we didn't really have much of the show really finished. I mean, we're still finishing up season 1.
Mm-hmm.
So we just decided, okay, let's just make it based on Friendship is Magic, because it's just going to be easier because we have more to work with, and we'll be able to make the story just, you know, a little bit better. And I think people will just appreciate, you know, female, you know, voice actresses and things like that voicing the characters. So what we decided, so the thing about it is that I actually messaged Meredith Sims, who at the time, the only like really huge thing that was on her resume was Finding His Magic. And I was really nervous about messaging her because you know, me being, you know, like the nobody that I was at the time, you know, nobody really knew who I was. So I was like, so I decided to take a chance with it, just messaged her and say, hey, I'm working on an animated movie based on the show, and I was wondering if you'd like to voice for it. And then lo and behold, she actually said that she was interested. And I was like, really?
That's awesome.
So I just started giving her, like, you know, all these different details, what I wanted to do with it. I very much told her that this was meant to be this was meant to be a movie very much it's like a loving homage to not only the show but to Lauren Faust, because Lauren is an individual who I respect as an artist, but also as somebody who has relatively the same type of viewpoints that I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been a huge fan of her work without me even knowing it. You know, Cats Don't Dance, The Iron Giant, Powerpuff Girls, and Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I loved all of those. You know, I loved them when I was a kid, and I didn't even know that, you know, she even worked on those until My Little Pony came up. So really, it's like the movie really, like, initially, what I really wanted to do with Journey of the Spark is that I'm setting out to make a respectable tribute to not only the show, but to Lauren and the work that her team, as well as herself, did to create such this amazing and vibrantly, wonderful world filled with, fantastic characters, great stories, and really, I see it as a way to really reinvigorate animation, because one thing that I just don't really like about animated films nowadays, even though I've seen some really good ones, like recently I saw Paranorman, which was actually really good. But I hate how like studios nowadays feel as though, like for instance, like with DreamWorks, where they feel as though in order for children to really like animated movies, they feel as though they have to jam pack the movie with pop culture references and crude humor and and things like that, things that just really don't go well with the story. Yeah. And to me, I just felt like kids are so much smarter than that. They can, and I feel they can actually really appreciate more sophisticated stories like that. That's why I think audiences like that really like movies like Up and Toy Story and the Toy Story trilogy and Monsters Inc. and WALL-E and like somebody was saying in the chat, How to Train Your Dragon. Think movies like that are a lot more sophisticated because they just want to tell a really good story. And I think there's a quote that Lauren follows. Lauren follows where it's like a quote that Walt Disney says, where if you aim just for kids, then you're dead, because adults are just grown up children after all.
Absolutely.
That's a quote that I follow, that Lauren follows, and it resonates with me because for me, really what I want to do with Journey of the Spark is that I don't want to just make a good tribute to the show. I want to make a good movie.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. If you go back to the 70s, Don Bluth films, Don Bluth's Walt Disney's Robin Hood. Okay, it's a straight telling of Robin Hood with foxes and rabbits. It's a straight telling. Okay, it just happens to be great for kids. And then you go into the Aristocats, and then you go into some of the other films he did, of Secret of NIMH, which is basically a very hard story told with cute characters. So kids are smarter than we give them credit for. I keep saying that. I've said that for years. Don't take away Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck because you don't think kids can't get it. They do get it, and they're smarter than that. Show your kids the classic Walt Disney stuff. Show them Donald Duck versus Chip and Dale, okay, where Chip and Dale basically throws a bunch of acorns in the middle of Donald Duck's forehead. They understand not to throw things at their friends. Show them this stuff because it's classic animation, and you're going to, give that base foundation to your child of loving animation for the rest of their lives. I mean, I love animation. I always will.
Yeah, and like Lauren was saying this when the live stream, I think for BronyCon was going on just a few weeks before BronyCon was happening. She said that even if a kid doesn't necessarily get a joke, that doesn't mean they're not going to enjoy the rest of the humor for the movie. And that's kind of what my philosophy was too. Is that just because they're not going to get one particular theme or idea that Journey of the Spark introduces to them doesn't mean that they're not going to like the movie as a whole. There's a ton to love. Great music and characters and visuals and things like that. Even if they don't get every single plot device thrown at them, they're still going to find something to really love about it. And with me, it's just as a filmmaker, I don't want to have to dumb down the source material, just so that way kids can understand it. Because to me, it would just feel as though I'm not really doing my job all that well.
Understood there. Go, Scree.
This one is from Shika on Twitter. Question for you, Dusty. What's the first? I'll put it for all. What's the question? What's the first episode of MLP you ever saw?
The pilot.
Yeah, same here.
The pilot. I was brought in one evening, very, very late, after an Advanced Dungeons and Dragons session. Sat down at like 1 in the morning and said, "We're watching this," and we watched until about 5 a.m.
Wow.
We just watched from episode 1 all the way through Sonic Rainboom, all of it.
Mine first was actually Trixie's episode.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
It sold it for me though, because Kathleen Westlake's voice I knew from previous cartoons. So when I heard her voice as Spike, I'm like, I know that voice, and it sold me right then and there. It really did. So it was actually the perfect episode for me to start on.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
Dishes. This one's from Chaotic Harmony on Twitter. Question is, for you, Eric, do you own any pony swag, and if so, what do you have?
I own a Brony t-shirt that I got from Hot Topic. I have a BronyCon poster. And I also have a Wonderbolts bag from We Love Fine, and I actually got a replica of the Wonderbolts poster from the show.
Nice.
Somebody actually had a design of that, and I bought it online. They printed it out and got sent over to here, so I technically have the Wonderbolts poster from the show in my room.
Nice.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yes.
I'm a Wonderbolts fan myself.
Yep.
Did you see my Wonderbolts tribute video?
I think I might have. I think I don't know. I lose track of all the videos that I watch sometimes.
Okay. Check my YouTube. It's on there.
I am subscribed.
Oh, awesome! Then you've seen it. So.
Yes.
Cool.
Gosh.
I have a subscriber. Yay!
Send the next one.
This one is from Forest Rain. This one's for you again, Dusty. Is what's the hardest part of recording a song for you?
Staying in key.
There you go.
I'm not kidding. I have a weirdly baritone voice. I can go anywhere from bass to high baritone, and sometimes I'll be singing and go, why can't I get my voice out of said octave? Because I'm stuck. And I actually have to go and jack a music track up an octave to trick my voice into singing it in the correct key. So I don't know if there's something wrong with my ears or there's something wrong with what I'm doing, but sometimes my voice will get stuck and I can't get out of a certain level. And I have to go and trick it to get where I need to be, where I'm singing. Secondly, once I do get the track down, double multi-tracking and sometimes key shifting gives me hassle, because all I have is Audacity. That's that's all I've got. So it's very difficult to do in Audacity. But I do the best I can. So I get better and better and better the more I sing. So I'll be doing some more singing tonight. As you can see, the microphone is set up for a new song later this evening. So that's pretty much, it's all difficult. I mean, it's not easy at all to record and mix and have it sound right. I mean, I'm still learning new things every day. So I'm sure everybody is. I mean, I wish I had better programs to work with, but I do what I can with what I got.
This one is from Mac Attack. Question is, what are the best and worst parts about working on a fan project like yours that has such a large scope?
That's a really good question, actually. Really, it's more or less. It's more or less when you're the director of a movie as big as this, and a lot of the people on the project are working for free. You really have to stand your ground and really actually go ahead with your vision and really try to encourage the people working with you to really go and follow you, because when you're working for free, everybody usually feels like usually a lot of people feel like well, since it's not like this now, but on the production right now, but it used to be way in the beginning. It was really, really disorganized. Is that it was really disorganized, and a lot of people were fighting for creative control, and you know, a lot of people wanted to have their input. They wanted to have their input put onto the film. They wanted to leave their stamp on it, and usually, if it's not really exactly what you're looking for, then that's when the conflict can actually start. So really, the best thing that you can do is that you really got to, you really just got to believe in yourself, and you got to believe in your vision. Really believe in what you're doing is actually what you think will actually succeed. Because, you know, if you have faith in yourself, and you have faith in your vision, and you have faith in the rest of your cast and your crew, then you're going to go places. So in the beginning, it was really, really disorganized, and a lot of us were going through a ton of troubling times too, including myself. But, you know, we all got through it. And now the production's been going fairly smooth. You know, now that, you know, we're getting the script finished, and we're doing these test animations, and, you know, we hope to keep it going. So I think the best advice for anybody who really wants to do a fan animated project on this level, I would say to all of you, is just never give up on what you believe is going to be worth it, because in the end, you know, at the end of the day, these people are here to help you get your vision onto the big screen, and they're there to help you. They're there to serve you, but they're also there to give suggestions to make things better. And you know, you should always be open to those type of suggestions and things like that.
Yes.
So
the smartest managers surround themselves with people who are smarter than they are.
Yeah. pretty much. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Because then you can be better by being able to have smarter people give you better ideas.
Yeah, definitely.
Next.
This one is from Philip FGA. Question is, do you have any problems with the team not being close to each other?
No. I don't have any problems with that at all, because the thing is that really with the cast and the crew, really we're not really even just, you know, people that are working with each other. We're a family. And the thing about it is that I always feel that the people that are working with each other should get to know each other, because I feel as though because I've worked on a ton of projects before that have gone through a ton of drama to the point where the project drops, it fails, you know, it gets canceled because there's way too much conflict between, you know, people and between the ideas and things like that. And really, I feel that the best way to really go about it is that you should just let them get to know each other, because you know, get to know each other, because I feel as though that actually makes for a really healthy working environment. You know, it's like everybody gets online and everybody's excited and happy to go to work, you know, because they like working on it and they like the people that they're working with. And it doesn't really cause that much drama. You know, I feel that it makes it become that much more united as a team. Really working together and really pulling through, you know, going through all the different ideas. And I think the great John Lasseter said this once on a Facebook post that Pixar was actually posting, is that there are a ton of ideas that get scrapped initially, but just because they get scrapped doesn't mean they can't be carried over to something else.
Right.
So,
yes,
you know, that always happens, and usually that happens for a lot of us too. We have a ton of ideas that we usually go through, you know, like even when it comes to conceptualization for scene, for script, and then going to storyboard, and then going to animatic, and then going to finished animation, you know, then I pretty much, you know, there's a lot of ideas that we go through that end up getting scrapped, that either I suggest that some people don't like, or others suggest that, you know, we don't like. So it's all just one big collaborative process.
Right. The John Cleese said it best. There's absolutely no bad ideas during the creative process. There's just ideas.
Yes.
There's ideas that may not work, but they're not bad. You might come up with something that you'll use a year later in some other project. But there's no bad ideas. There's just ideas. So, and with that, we are just about there. End of the show.
Boo.
Boo.
It's the worst part.
I
It's
know.
the worst part.
It's the end of the show. It's 6:30. So, we're going to go with one more question. Make it good.
This one is from Celestia. I don't get this name. I really don't. It says Celestia, and then in brackets it says New Lunar Republic. What's going on there? It's...
What? Do we have a
Yeah,
spy in our
the
midst? Are you a spy?
Are you a spy?
Huh? Are you a spy?
But anyways, question is, are you excited for the My Little Dashie movie?
You know, it's really strange. There's like a ton of movies being made. Like, actually, believe it or not, a few days ago, I just found out that there was another animated movie based on the show coming up. And initially, my response to it is that even though sometimes I get excited for those projects, I don't usually tend to watch them because I don't really want to have to, like, you know, watch them and then, you know, get inspiration and from some of their ideas and then steal them and bring them over to mine because then people think I'm ripping them off. You know, that's what I've done. You know, like when I was doing my my improv show, a lot of people were saying if I've ever watched Friendship is Witchcraft, and I initially told them I didn't because I didn't want to have to steal any ideas or jokes or things like that, because if I say them, then, you know, people, and I'm trying to make a reference, then people think I'm just stealing the joke, you know. So initially, while some of the projects I'm really looking forward to, the biggest one for me, actually, the one I'm looking forward to the most, I think, out of anything in the fandom, I'm really, really looking forward to Children of the Night. That's my most anticipated out of all of them. I'm really, really looking forward to that one. Double Rain Boom, I think, is going to be fantastic. There's a ton of great stuff coming up. And actually, for people who don't know, I'm also, beyond Journey of the Spark, I will be doing another pony movie before I decide to go on to other different things. And but before I make that movie, I'm actually making a short audio series, very similar in structure to regular show. However, it basically centers around the background ponies, and the two main stars of the show are a very unusual duo, and the duo is Vinyl Scratch and Lyra. And the series is actually going to be set in Las Pegasus. So, the thing about it is that really awesome news is that people who are going to be voicing on that, the series that I like to call Living in Las Pegasus, is actually going to have Rena-chan is going to be the voice of Vinyl, and Sarah, who is going to be the voice of Rarity and Luna in Journey of the Spark, is going to be the voice of Lyra. So I'm actually going to be starting writing some scripts for those, and we probably might be posting them up on YouTube, on Tumblr, whatever. And that should be coming out soon. But that idea is actually what we're planning to do as our second movie after Journey of the Spark is released.
Cool. And with that, we are at the end. The end of the show. For another week. And that means only one thing. The weekly call-out. So, this week, you will be able to see... Well, Reading Rainboom's on an off week, isn't it? Reading Rainboom is the every other Tuesday show where we have the bi-weekly show dedicated to producing high-quality readings of the Friendship is Magic fan fiction out there. And that's 7 p.m. Tuesdays, every other Tuesday. 7 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Cutie Art Crusaders, the CAC, will find and discuss the best fan art that we bronies have to offer, and that's Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Then we have EQI, Equestria Inquirer, the comedy news, straight from Ponyville with all your boys, Tech Rat, Joe Stevens, and LTT. Look, a moose! And that is Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Sketchy Sounds live songcast is 2 hours of acoustic music performed by Sketchy himself. That's Thursdays, 11 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. Brony Breakdown with Saberspark and Paleo, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on Thursdays. Love that show. Lunar Republic Takeover. Your Queen and Mine, Nightmare Moon, will take over this very radio station and play your requests. Fridays, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Directly following that show, the same evening, is One Trick's Mixology, the new show with One Trick, mixing up all the electro, trance, and house tunes. Fridays, 9 p.m. Central, right after the LRT. And of course, Saturday Night Songs with Michelle Krieber continues on when Michelle eats all her peas. And those are Saturdays, 4 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. And one last thing I'm going to bring up right now. Final Draft's mom. Hi, Mom. Made this for me. It was given to me at Everfree Northwest. I'm showing it off right now. I'm going to get rid of that. This is Cheerly pining away for me at the schoolhouse. Signed by Nicole Oliver. So,
that's awesome.
Yes, this is awesome. Publicly thanking Final Draft's mommy for doing that for me. Got me right here. Tell him. So, and we're at the end. I want to thank once again Eric for being here.
Thank you very much for inviting me on the show.
Absolutely, telling us all about his wonderful projects. Screwball for being here once again.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And of course for Final Draft and Cowboy Dave, who has to cut this mess together once I give him all of the derped live stream feeds.
He's got some work ahead of him.
He's got some work ahead of him tonight. And hopefully we'll get that up as soon as possible. So, for everybody here at Everfree Radio, I want to thank you. Check all the shows all week, because we got wonderful, wonderful people working on these shows, and they love to entertain you. So check them all out. So, until next week, peace.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We hate to leave you, but we'll be back soon. Good night, sweetheart. Good night. Good night, sweetheart. Good night.